You are not bad with money. You are running old software. This week we pulled apart 4 glitches in the human brain that quietly keep good people broke, and today we put them together into one complete picture: the psychology of wealth. Understand this, and money stops feeling like a fight you keep losing. Start with the oldest glitch of all: the money beliefs you inherited as a kid. Before you turned 10, before you could question anything, you absorbed a set of silent rules about money from the people around you. Psychologists call them money scripts. Money does not grow on trees. We do not talk about money. Money causes fights. You did not choose these lines. You inherited them, like an accent, and they still quietly run in the background of every financial decision you make. Here is why that matters. A belief you cannot see is a belief you cannot question. So the first move in the psychology of wealth is simple but uncomfortable. Drag the script into the light. Finish this sentence out loud. Money is blank. Whatever word falls out, stressful, dirty, scarce, evil, that is your script talking. Now ask the only question that matters. Is that actually true, or is it just what I was handed? The second glitch is loss aversion. Your brain feels the pain of losing about twice as strongly as the pleasure of gaining. Lose $20, and it stings. Gain $20, and it barely registers. So when you move money into savings, your brain does not file it as progress. It files it as a loss, as something gone, and it fights you the whole way. Stack a third glitch on top: present bias. Your brain massively overvalues right now. A reward today feels enormous. The same reward a year from now feels almost imaginary. So the version of you that exists today always votes to spend, and the version of you that will exist in 10 years never even gets a seat at the table. Put those two together and you get the treadmill almost everyone is stuck on. It is called lifestyle creep. Every time your income goes up, your spending quietly rises to match it. The race feels incredible for about a month, and then it becomes your new normal, and you feel exactly as broke as before, just surrounded by nicer things. You are not actually buying objects. You are buying a feeling, and the feeling always fades, so you buy again. This is why people who earn good money still feel broke. It was never really about the size of the paycheck. It is about the gap. The gap between what you earn and what you spend. Protect that gap, and you build wealth on almost any income. Ignore it, and a bigger paycheck just buys you a more expensive kind of broke. And here is the twist that ties the whole week together. Most people spend that gap trying to look wealthy, because we are status-seeking animals and spending is the fastest way to signal status. A new car earns instant respect. A growing investment account earns you nothing at the dinner table. So people buy the respect, on credit, and stay broke chasing applause. Which is exactly why the genuinely wealthy so often look broke. They figured out a quiet trick. They stopped buying status and started buying freedom. The boring car. The same few clothes. The modest house in a good neighborhood. Not because they are cheap, but because they would rather own their time than impress strangers. Real wealth is the stuff you never see. So that is the diagnosis. Inherited scripts running in the dark. A brain that treats saving as pain and the future as fiction. A spending treadmill disguised as a lifestyle. And a status game that drains the very gap that would have made you free. Now let us build the cure, because every one of these glitches has an off switch. Move 1. Name the script and rewrite it. You cannot change a rule you refuse to admit you are following. Once you can say your money story out loud, you get, for the first time, to choose a new one. Move 2. Make saving invisible, so loss aversion never gets a vote. Automate the transfer on payday, before the money ever lands in your hands. You cannot grieve a loss you never saw. This one change quietly does what years of willpower never could. Move 3. Reframe the saving itself. You are not losing money, you are buying something with it. Freedom. Options. The calm of knowing you are covered. Give every transfer a job you actually want, and your future self stops being an abstraction and becomes real. Move 4. Protect the gap on purpose. Before any upgrade, wait 24 hours and ask one question. Who am I really buying this for? If the honest answer is people you do not even like, put the money where it grows instead. Bank every raise before you can feel it, and let your spending stay flat while your income climbs. Now watch what happens when these compound. Imagine you protect just a small slice of your income, and it grows quietly in the background. Year 1 it is barely noticeable. By year 5 it is a cushion. By year 10 it is options, and by year 20 it is freedom. The numbers start small and end life-changing, and none of it required you to earn like a genius. It only required you to stop leaking the gap. That is the entire secret, and it is almost boring. Wealth is not a math problem, it is a psychology problem. Fix the brain, and the bank account follows. Because the same discipline that lets you skip the status purchase is the discipline that funds the investment, and the same clarity that lets you question an old money script is the clarity that lets you build a new life. So here is your starting point, today, not someday. Pick one inherited money belief and question it. Automate one transfer before you can feel the loss. And protect the gap on one purchase this week. That is it. 3 small moves, and the whole machine starts turning in your favor. If you want the complete system, every script, every money rule, the full reset and the 90-day plan in one place, I put it all in the Discipline to Wealth Playbook, and the link is in the description. And if you are not ready to buy anything, that is completely fine. Grab the free 7-day discipline reset instead and just start moving. Either way, please do not let this be another video you watched, nodded along to, and forgot by tomorrow. That is the old software talking. Pick one move, do it today, and start rewriting the psychology that has been quietly deciding your net worth your whole life. If this helped, subscribe to Discipline to Wealth, because that is where the entire system lives, and I will see you in the next one.